You want to hold hands properly?
Yeah. Aye.
Just take a breath.
We're starting the pod with a Zen breath.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. I don't feel very well today. I've caught Lewis's flu. But I feel like I'm getting through it, but I do feel very ill. Just like everybody has felt ill.
Yeah, there's lots of bug going around.
Yeah.
I had it. I was like bedridden a couple of days ago, and now
it's me. But you made it through, and I will too. I just like feel a bit like.
Sure you will.
But I'm fine.
Good. Cool.
How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you. Yeah. Just trying to tick along with the day.
We're doing our pod on our new schedule, which is
do it in the week.
We were actually meant to do it yesterday. I just realised.
Yeah. So it's not quite on schedule.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
But we're
Thursday now.
We're making it an effort to keep going, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, this week's topic. Oh, yeah. Can we say that we're getting some haters?
Oh, yeah, they're not really haters, but a couple of people have commented nasty stuff.
About my talking, and it's making me feel quite...
Yeah. Firstly, Ruby's got horrendous dyslexia and ADHD.
Yeah,
So it's like... Sorry, she says like a few times.
Yeah, I feel like we can't say that because now it's going to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel self-conscious about talking at all. And just then, for 1 second, I did, but I'm over it now, so it's fine.
The thing is, there's something so, like... This is weird because it's me, like, analysing our podcast and we're on it. But there is something real about us talking normally and not being, on like, TV presenters. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a normal person with a normal
presenter.
voice who says like. It's like...
It's just like, get over it.
Seriously, get a fucking life.
Get a fucking life. You're giving us views and you're giving us like...
Content. So like... Cheers for the views, everyone.
We've got quite a lot of views.
We've got like way more views than I thought we were going to get. We've got like a couple of 20,000 view reels, which is great.
There you go.
Like, we're going to keep putting them out.
Yeah, the reels work, don't they?
Yeah, reels is the way forward, I think. I don't want to get stuck into a Instagram conversation.
No, it's quite boring.
They're so boring.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So this week, what are we going to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about... I think, like, as more people start to listen, we might get people who want to, like, regularly listen who don't know us. Because for a while, it was just our friends
mates
listening.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, so shout out to the people who were listening at the start.
Yeah.
We're already over you. And now we
don't need you anymore.
We've got about 100 strangers who we're now podding to.
Hit me. That was good.
So, like, I think we should take some time to talk about who we are. Who we are, what we do.
Get to know us.
Yeah, gettoknowus.com.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to go first?
No. I want you to go first.
Okay.
And probably... let's just see how it goes.
Let's just see where we go. We never really plan the pod.
But
we just
I don't really
talking
know
about something.
I don't know if we'll get to me today.
Okay.
I kind of want to know all about you.
Wow.
It's like I'm meeting you for the first time.
Nice to meet you. You're handsome.
Oh, nice to meet you. You're handsome too.
Cool. Okay.
Yesterday, Ruby went and got a passport photo taken, and came home and I was working. So
can I tell my side? Sorry.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Can I tell my side of the story?
Yeah, let me tell my side first.
Go on.
She came home. I was working, and then she filled out her passport form, and I literally thought that was it. And then she was like, "Can I tell you a secret?"
It's gonna make me sound so bad.
Yeah, like a psycho. You're like,
okay, I'll tell you what happened. I went to get my passport photo taken, and I was in the booth, and I was like, "Oh, this is quite fun," and I got it taken, and I don't know what came over me. I'm ill, and I don't feel like I have greasy hair, and like I don't feel very nice. But for some reason, I thought the photo came out quite good. The fact that I'm saying this on the pod is quite cringe. Anyway, came out quite good. And I was looking at it on the screen and I was like, oh, Lewis is going to love this. It's like, why? Picked the best one, printed it out. I was walking home, looking at it, grinning, thinking like, can't wait to show Lewis. It's going to gas me up.
Skipping home.
Just like, there's not much going on in the day yesterday. So it was just like the most exciting thing.
We were both at home, weren't we? Yeah.
So I walked through the door and I was like, oh, here we go. You know when you know you're going to get a bit of attention, I was like getting a bit like excited to show you. Why? And I walked in, I was like, hi, and he was like, hi. And I was like, oh, I got my photo done. And you were just like, cool, like whatever, carried on working. And I was just like, right, put it on the table, went to the toilet, came back out, and I was like, set it down, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna upload it now. Lewis was just sat opposite me like, yeah, cool, yeah, good, yeah, cool, glad you got that done. I was like, the disappointment just like swallowed into my throat and went through my body. And I was obviously like being dramatic because it's like, you don't need to give me attention about my passport photo. I don't know what came over me. I was just like so excited to show you, and then you were.
It's very funny because
I was like, don't you think it's nice? Saw the. And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. I thought,
it's like, tell me
it was
I'm
quite
stunning.
nice.
It's like, say that it's like a stunning photo.
It was just like it was such a average normal photo.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I looked at it today and it's just like it's good. It's just a picture of me, but I was just like, ooh. So that happened. Yeah. And then I told you the truth and said that
you were excited about it.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
You still didn't say anything about the photo.
Well, it's like at that point we have this quite a lot actually. It's like you'll like tell me, I don't know.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. It's quite hard to. It's not like you'll tell me you're upset about something. It's like you'll tell me maybe that you were like hoping for something, or that you were like expecting a different reaction or something like that. And the weirdest thing about it is that after you've told me that, you still want it.
Yeah.
You're still.
No, I do.
I do. You still are like expecting me to just then do that reaction.
Yeah.
And it's like
time's passed. I
would never want that fake reaction after you told me. Yeah. But it's like...
But it's not fake. I want you to be like, oh, it is a really stunning photo. Sorry, I was just distracted. But you still didn't even say that. And I was
so for me, I'm like, well, I'm not going to say anything now because it will feel like it's fake.
It's not real. Yeah, I get it.
Because it'll feel fake, even if I did think it's a stunning photo. And like, you look good in the photo, don't get me wrong.
It doesn't matter, it really doesn't.
No, I know. But it's like...
I sound like such a freak.
No. I think it's interesting because this is the point now where I'm like, I don't want to go, oh, it was such a stunning photo. Even if I thought it was, and I just didn't say it at the start, because it's like... I could be saying anything at this point.
Doesn't really mean anything. Yeah.
Well, for me, it doesn't mean anything coming... I think that you're going to think it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. But actually, you do want me to say it.
I still need you to say, yeah.
Yeah. How weird.
There's loads of other examples of that, but I can't really think of them now. But like, I am a bit of a 5-year-old, and I want you to just give it to me then.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, I was busy, but like, you're so stunning. It's
yeah,
like, even if you don't mean it. I don't know. It was just a funny situation.
Yeah, it was a funny situation.
I think
it didn't take up that much of the day. We've made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I just got that in there so we can do a bit.
It's just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I think we're having less audio problems this time, which is great. I'm just gonna have a sip of my... Yeah, so I want to talk about you. Okay. And like have a little rundown. Tell me what's going on.
Talk about me.
Yeah, tell me what's going on. Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you've been, and tell me where you're going.
Where'd you go?
Exactly.
So this is the second year, I guess. Yeah, kind of. It's been about a year that I've worked for myself. Would you say? Right. Oh no. Less well, I just did.
No. It was.
We don't have to get technical.
It was 2021 at some point because I just did the taxes for that year, and we were paying for the studio then.
Yeah, but I had. Oh
yeah, you were still working when we had the studio.
Yeah.
So it was like mid 2021.
Yeah.
And now it's the end of 2022. So it's 18 months.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but So yeah, it's been like a bit of time since I've started working for myself, which is... Sorry, I'm getting work messages. Which is cool. It's been a huge life change, obviously. Everybody would think that, I think, because it's just like I've never had to like plan my own time so much. I've never not worked for somebody else. So I guess that's kind of the new topic on my mind at the moment, just like having a business, and that's taking up literally my whole life, which is so good. And I feel like ever since having it, I'm just diving straight in now. I don't really know what I'm talking about.
Do it.
Ever since having Sshepaints, which is my business, with my art, I'm an artist, didn't actually say that. It's made my lifestyle very different in a good way, a bit like getting the dog. I know we were saying about the dog the other day, but like it's made me so much more prioritizing like myself. It's made me focused. It's made me like responsible, and it's made me less reckless, I think. Not that I was very reckless before, but I kind of just lived every day hoping it would be all right and going to work and blah, blah, blah. But now it's like I've got to really plan the future, and I've got like goals, and I love what I do so much.
It's almost like you're a bit more mindful of that
of my
stuff,
time.
Just like in general on a day-to-day.
Because I don't want to fuck this up. Like this isn't the most important thing in my life apart from my relationships and stuff. Like Sshepaints is literally like it's gone from being a hobby to my side hustle to my only hustle that I'm putting all my eggs into, which is really scary because it could just at any moment, crumble, and that's fine. And I've seen, not that I'm not manifesting this to happen, but I have seen other businesses go through times where you've got to get another job again and save a bit of money and take a hiatus and stuff. But so far it's just sort of moving forward. But yeah, so I'm an artist now full time.
Which is sick.
Which is cool, but it's weird because I don't actually paint very much. When I tell people I'm an artist, it's like, I don't know, I think obviously the studio's got paint and stuff behind us, but what I do is quite funny because I'm not your classic artist in overalls covered in paint every day working on big canvases. I mean, one day, hopefully I am, but because I'm building my business on my own, it's more of like 10 different things every day. So it's like I spend more time building up the Instagram probably than making work because I can't spend all my time making work, even though I'd love to. Because
you have no one to sell it to.
I've got no one to sell it to and nothing to put it on. Like,
it's like the marketing is more important than the product.
Debatable.
They sort of go, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Without one, you don't have the other.
But because of how, I don't know, I've established it so far, the social media of Sshepaints is a massive part of it, and it draws people in. Hopefully my work draws people in as well, but I think the vibe and the brand that I'm trying to build is so time consuming. I never realised that it would be this much, admin and photos and videos and planning, and it's probably at the moment I'm doing like 10% creative.
I can't believe, do you mind if I jump in?
Go for it.
I can't believe that you actually do all of that shit.
I know.
Because I know like what you're like as a person, right? Which goes back to the dyslexia, the ADHD, like that kind of shit. It's just like, I'm so like gassed for you that this is working, that you're like doing all of those things all right,
sometimes wrong,
making it work. Yeah, not all right all the time, but you're doing all of them all right. That's for sure. They're all right.
Yeah, but when I mess up, we have to have this conversation because I get very emotional and upset if I fuck up an order or package up something wrong. Or I've done wholesale orders last year where I've just ordered it all wrong, the wrong sizes, and I've wasted so much money.
It so sucks, doesn't it?
And then we have to remind ourselves, I have to remind me that like it's just me. So like I can't wear 10 hats perfectly. I wear one hat pretty well. And then all the other ones are kind of just hoping it goes okay every day.
You're like a clothes horse.
And it's like a bit wobbly.
You're with the washing all over you.
And it's like falling down a bit sometimes.
Yeah. But it's drying most of it pretty well.
Thanks. Some of it smells a bit damp. It's quite a horrible analogy, isn't it?
No, it's fair. I think it works. I'm just going to turn that over. Otherwise, I am
Gonna look at it.
Gonna look at it loads. Sorry.
So yeah, I haven't really described what I do, but
yeah, I think it would be cool to know. Like, this is a bit more like me interviewing.
I know.
You.
What's
Maybe
going
next
on?
week you can interview me.
Okay.
But I think it'd be interesting to hear like how and why Sshepaints started.
Right.
Like because you were doing it before it was a real thing, right? Talk to me about that.
So it started as well, I was painting in my style of paint. I was just painting when I was at uni, like.
Where'd you go to uni?
Central St Martin's.
To do what?
Graphic communication design. So I was painting just like at home in my flat and just.
Actually, stop.
What?
Let's just talk about uni quickly.
Oh, it's so boring. I really don't want to.
Okay, I want to talk about before how like you didn't get any fucking GCSEs.
I know.
And then you got a degree.
I know.
Talk about that really quickly.
I've completely failed all my exams because I'm very like dyslexic, ADHD. Well, I'm getting tested for ADHD. I don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's true actually.
We
We're
shouldn't
throwing
throw that
ADHD around. But
I'm pretty sure I have some kind of ADHD because I match to all of the. I've been researching it quite a lot.
It makes so much sense.
It
now.
answers a lot of our
questions.
questions
It really,
of like
really
why
does.
my brain works, how it works.
Yeah.
But for loads of different reasons, I didn't do very well at school. I loved school, loved all my friends and everything, but I failed pretty much all my GCSEs. So all of the next levels of what you do next, like college and stuff, were really difficult for me to get into. So I had to do extra years at each thing to get onto the next thing. So I had to do BTECs and blah, blah, blah. And then I had to keep trying to do like my maths, for example, throughout everything I was doing.
Which is so stupid.
So I've sat my maths GCSE how many times?
Well, I don't know, but
5 or 6, I don't know. So many times, and I failed every single time.
It's just.
And it's like at one point I was like, I truly can't do it. Just leave me alone, like with it. And then I somehow got into uni. But it's weird because I know everyone's like, obviously it's my story, but like none of that. I don't know if that links to what I'm doing now.
No, but it's interesting.
It's part of the story, yeah. No, but I'm saying that as a rhetorical question. Like, right. I wonder if I would have done all this if I hadn't have gone to art school.
Yeah,
people would probably be like, no, because you went to art school. But I didn't learn how to have a business there. I didn't learn how to like market something or brand anything. I was making creative work, but I don't know. I think I've just learned that from Instagram, and my dad has had his own businesses, and this is a weird thing to say, but I was thinking about this the other day. I kind of always knew, I know this is quite a cliche, but like I knew I never wanted to work for anyone else. Like I always knew that. So whenever anyone would get jobs and I would like have all these different types of jobs, I never liked any of them. And I would kind of make up reasons, like I worked in a yogurt shop, like I worked in all these random places, and it would be like, oh, I don't like it. And it's like, I think it was because I want to be in charge and I don't want to run any of those businesses. So I don't want to work my way up.
Yeah.
I always used to quit really quickly from all these jobs. And I think it's because I've always wanted to have my own ship that I steer.
Yeah.
But I never knew what that was, I guess. But when you fail all your exams and everybody's telling you that, obviously I'm very privileged, like white privilege, the whole thing, live in a very nice area, all of that aside, you know, you never think you're going to be able to like be high up in anything because you have nothing behind you to back you up.
Yeah, well, it's like you've failed everything that you've done.
Yeah.
So why would you ever think that if you took the plunge to do something else that you wouldn't fail?
Completely. Yeah, it's about failure.
You've only ever failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not only ever, but you know, it's like you've had all of these things that other people put so much pressure on. It's like when the whole world tells you need 5 A to C GCSEs to go to college, it's
Yeah.
like, then when you fail all of your GCSEs, you
can't
do
write
feel like a
anything
failure.
in the exam. I literally wrote nothing because I didn't remember anything that
Yeah.
we'd learned.
It's like...
Yeah. That's
So-
a whole nother
so-
topic. The education
Well,
system is
sorry.
ridiculous, like, and so archaic. I can't believe it's just a memory. It's a memory exam. Like my sister, she's got like photographic memory, very academic. She's very clever, but she got A's and everything because she not only is like an academic person, but she can memorize information so well that she just...
Well, she had
recite-
stacks of just like fact cards.
Yeah, she can
She was
memorize
just
facts. So,
remembering them, wasn't she?
but anyway, yeah, it's a very interesting topic.
It's such an
We
interesting
should talk
topic.
about that on another podcast.
Yeah,
I think.
I just like, I love your story of like, I love that you started by failing everything.
Yeah.
And you're dyslexic and you like struggle so much to do anything academic and like to where you are now. And where you are now is like...
It's not the top though.
Nowhere
This is
near.
just this is the beginning.
Yeah, no, literally. But it's like where you are now is already... You should be proud of yourself. And I'm like proud to like... I actually always think it's weird when I say I'm proud of you for this because like I didn't know you when you were going through all of that. So it's like I kind of feel like I'm not I kind of feel like I shouldn't be allowed to be I don't have the right to be really proud of you, but like I am really proud of you.
Yeah, but you know me. So
yeah,
you
exactly.
can be.
And like I'm so proud of like anything that I have the right to be proud about. I'm proud about. Let's just leave it at that.
Thank
you.
It's very sweet.
What was I going to say? What was I saying?
About
just
failing.
like where you are to where you have got to, and like I know that this is not half of it. This like is nowhere near half of it.
Yeah, I hope it just continues to like grow and grow and grow. And I know that like a lot of people have businesses with employees and stuff. I know I'm not doing anything groundbreaking, but for me to be able to support myself and not work for anybody else is like an achievement I really wanted to hit. So whatever happens in the future, I am really happy with like the lifestyle and how it's changed me as well. I like value like work so much more, like my time. I know I said that before, but like last year when we started doing this and we got our first studio together, we used to spend every evening working. Do you remember? Now we're a bit more like we go home and watch telly and chill out. But I used to just be on my laptop in bed, like emailing people, trying to gift people stuff, like trying to tell everybody about Sshepaints. And it was like I was so obsessed, and I still am. But it's like I was perfectly happy doing that, blissfully happy, because it wasn't work. It was like pleasure.
Yeah.
I used to come out of my other job and go home and just work on this. And now I know why people say, oh, it's my passion. And it's like, this literally is my passion. I never thought I'd find a passion with it.
It is funny though that how you now still you realise that you have to have a work-life balance though.
Yeah.
And you can't do it all the time.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
So burnt
it's
out.
like, you get burnt out real quick if you do that. But like you need to have that passion to start.
Yeah. And now I do like an hour or so of that every day. You have to like spend an hour a day, not groveling, but like, you know, reaching out to people, outreach, because no one else is going to do it for me. I don't have anyone else spreading the word. It's literally me. So
yeah.
So yeah.
So I cut you off to start talking about school again.
Oh yeah.
So you said you were at uni.
Yeah.
And you were just painting for fun.
But like nothing ever happened. I sold some cards in a shop that I worked in, and they were like Sshepaints style cards of like people eating pasta and stuff. It feels weird to talk about because it's like I didn't really care about it. It wasn't like, oh, I've wanted to do this for so long. I didn't at all. It was only during the pandemic when I was working, I had another job, which was fine, but like I wasn't like passionate about it, and I was just like, what are we gonna do? And then it's such a cliche as well to say, oh, the pandemic made me start my business, because so many people did that, but it literally did. Like, I started painting cards to, like, tiny little A5 pictures of people drinking wine and eating, to send to people, to be like, I miss doing this with you, like I miss making dinner and eating and drinking with you. And then me and you did some little drops of cards, like every Friday night I'd do like a sale on my Instagram, and all my friends would just buy them for like a tenner or something, and it literally grew from there. Oh, I've got a very important part of the story to say.
Go on.
That it's actually you, not to make this about you, but I remember the day I showed Lewis my Sshepaints Instagram, and I was like, I made this Instagram 2 years ago, and I was painting on it, and you were like, you should keep doing that. And I was like, no, like, I don't care about it. It's nothing. It's just a few paintings on a page. And then Lewis was literally like, we've got nothing else going on. We just sit in my flat. He had this huge flat at the time with like an extra, well, it was your bedroom. Lewis was like, I'm going to moved his bedroom into the living room. It was an empty room, and we went to Hobbycraft, and he bought me like all this paper and stuff, and was like, now you have a studio. And it was you that not made me do it, but gave me a space to do it. And because I think with a lot of things, if you just sit at the kitchen table and you do it, nothing really happens, because you're just like, why am I doing this? But you gave me like a space that had like, what's the word? A bit more like autonomy, and it was like important that we left the room, we never went in it if we weren't like, everything could dry, like it gave it importance. You like made Sshepaints important, so you were like, every evening when we're just sat around in COVID, like, just go and do some painting and we'll see what happens. And it was like, without that push I would never have done it, truly.
Well, that's it.
So thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you didn't even know what you were pushing, really. You were just like, you obviously enjoy this, so just do it.
Yeah. That for me was much more just about like encouraging you to do something that was like positive.
Because I was feeling quite lost.
Yeah. You weren't doing anything wrong, but you weren't doing anything.
Exactly. And I worked in an Italian restaurant.
Like, it was
and
COVID.
It was shut. Yeah, I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's like, there's nothing on.
But how lovely that you were like, go and you like put string up and had little hooks, and I could hang everything and everything could dry, and it kept really nicely, and it wasn't crumpled. And
that was a vibe, that room. I worked from there as well. I had my computer
like what we
in
do
there.
now, but
just
scale.
Like slightly more legit now.
And we would like have every Friday, we would like have a dinner and lay the table and have like a special bottle of wine and like watch the sales go and all. And it was only about 10 pictures, but they would always sell. And even though it was, you know, they were a tenner each, I wasn't making loads of money, it felt exactly the same as it does now.
Yeah.
Like the feeling of someone buying something you've made, whether it's for £1 or £100, I feel the same way when I see an order come through on my website.
That's like such a I don't really have, I'm obviously speaking about this from outside, but like it must be such an important part to like allow yourself to be gassed about it.
Yeah.
Because we were celebrating.
We were jumping in the air.
Big time. Every time
like,
something sold.
Oh my God, something's sold.
And we were cracking a bottle of Prosecco.
I know.
At 5 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it like, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But it's like...
still sweet.
Popping a bottle to be like, here's to the new drop. And then sitting there with fingers crossed, waiting for things to sell.
And we would literally be refreshing the computer, and it would be like £10, £20, £30, and it was like, it felt like magic, didn't it? It felt so, and you were so supportive. Like, you were just as gassed as me.
Yeah, literally, because it's like, it's cool. I love seeing people that I love doing good shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
And also, we were just doing it from your flat. It was like, so it was kind of like making something out of nothing. It was like, not nothing, but, you know, I was doing these little things coming from my imagination of like, I miss drinking Aperol with you. So it's like, someone's bought that. Not only is that cool, but they've bought it to give to someone else.
Yeah.
That was the whole premise. It was like
buy
your
something.
friend a print, and a painting, and I was sending it to the people that they were sending it to. Do you remember?
So it was going straight there as a present.
It wasn't going to the people that bought it. I was literally writing a personal note saying like, miss you, Hannah, can't wait to make Aperols together soon and have macaroni cheese, and then sending it to Hannah from Abby or whatever.
Which is sick.
Which felt cool, especially during a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been talking about?
Half an hour.
Cool.
So like, okay, so that was 2 years ago. So like, just quickly bring everyone up to speed with where you're at now.
So you can look at my website if you want. So now it's like, I'm still figuring out what it is really. It's I have an online shop where you can buy my prints and my paintings that I make, kind of as like the bread and butter of the brand that will just always hopefully sell. And then I do commissions, which is kind of like the biggest part of Sshepaints at the moment, which are food and drink mainly based, and people can get me to can commission me to paint them or design them a digital print of whatever they like. So it's like portraits of people eating together. It's always very personal. That's the Sshepaints brand, is like, it's personal. I've lost my train of thought. And I have napkins and plates and kind of like, I have quite a lot of different products, but they all link together with this kind of like slapdash, wonky, hopefully relatable vibe, which is that like everybody enjoys spending time together and wants to have art up in their house, I think, and a lot of people do, hopefully. That's like, I don't know what that sentence was.
This is a real trail off. Let's go on, try and wrap it up.
I'm just finishing it.
Wrap it up into something good.
The relatable, like... Sorry, we have to cut that out.
No, go on.
No,
come on.
No,
it's not. To. I'm not. So
no, we
carry
are.
on.
We are. I'll show my boob or something. We have to get out. But anyway, my customers, I'm very ill. This is hard today.
Can we talk a bit more?
Can I just finish that so we can put something else in? So the brand is art that you would have up in your home that everybody can relate to. So it says things that you think of. I literally paint your memories and your thoughts. I like it to be quite a like 50-50 thing with a commission. It's like anyone can do it. You can think of art that you want to have up in your house and I'll make it for you. And it's just about like the mundane beauty and every day. It's like, and
it's vibey, like it's a vibey aesthetic.
Yeah, it's quite a clear
cool, like,
brand, I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully, that's what my friends say anyway. You can kind of tell that I've made it, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I do like events. I'm going to do some more events next year, which are basically just painting evenings where everybody gets to come along and just try it out, because that's my whole like ethos, is that anybody can do it and join the Sshepaints gang and paint about everyday stuff. And usually there's wine, and I want to do some with like supper clubs and pasta and stuff. So yeah, that's what I do.
So
what else do you want to know?
Well, should we like talk about the ups and downs of your lifestyle at the moment?
Yeah.
Because there's like lots, we have lots of ups, but we have lots of downs, don't we?
Yeah, we have lots of ups, and the downs are that obviously it's all falls on my shoulders. So I feel very stressed a lot of the time and anxious about money and, you know, quiet periods of time. But this year I did some manifesting about the year and how I want to what I want to achieve. And it is just to trust in the process more and not worry. I think, it's quite fair as it's very early on in my business, but like if it gets a bit quiet or if, you know, things don't sell as well as I thought, I get very stressed that like it's all just going to disappear, and it's not. And I feel like
I think that's like so understandable though.
Yeah. How do you you have to kind of practice just not thinking that in a way. It's kind of all you can do. It's kind of
like you just have to put it to the back of your head.
Like, and or I don't know.
I bet business people are like, chase it harder till you have so much money that you can't feel like that anymore.
I am hopefully trying to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're feeling shit and you're having a quiet month and you like just about pay all your bills, it's hard to sit and graft. You want to kind of give yourself a bit of time to like think about how next year you can hopefully have some more stuff to fall back on, and you know, like this year I want to do more wholesale stuff. I want to have Sshepaints stocked in lots of different places so that things just keep growing and it keeps floating itself up, and it's not all on me to be like posting every week, you know. I want to have like a bigger foundation for it to sit on. I mean, I know absolutely nothing about business, so it's so funny that we're just doing this blindly.
Yeah, completely. And it's like there have been a couple of wholesale or like a few wholesale things.
Yeah.
And they're quite hard to know like where you stand businessly
like
and like legally. It's
definitely.
Like you need a solicitor to write up a contract for you.
We're reading these contracts and it's like I don't really know what it means.
It's like I can look at it just with like common sense.
Yeah.
Just a common sense look over of this like 10-point contract. It's on an A4 piece of paper and there's just a few lines. And then it's like
the intricacies that you're missing.
Yeah, completely. And also like it's what's not said there that we haven't thought about bringing up, which we're now seeing. Is like
we're learning a lot from it.
Yeah.
So don't scam us because we know what's going on. But you're right.
Not that I think you've been scammed.
No,
by
and I haven't. It's just there's so much stuff that I don't have a handbook of how to do this.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Exactly.
I'd love to get a business mentor.
Yeah, I think you should.
That's what Mel has.
Yeah.
Shout out my friend Mel.
A business mentor would be
very helpful.
Super helpful, I think. Yeah.
So there are the downsides, and obviously just like the stress of being kind of on your shoulders is a lot of pressure.
At least you're only the boss of yourself, though.
And then there's lots of ups.
It's going to get worse when you're the boss of other people.
Well, exactly.
As well.
There's no one to let down. It's just me. I don't have to pay anybody. Sorry, my email just went off. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's fun to do other stuff like our podcast. I'm really passionate about. I think
I really want to like push this like it's another thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, same. Well, we can.
Yeah, I think
people
we just
keep wanting to listen to it.
Yeah, cheers for everyone for listening.
If you've made it this far, I appreciate it.
And like,
we're just complete strangers to you, probably. So it's like nice to. It's nice that you're interested in what we have to say.
We must have like got on the For You page yesterday because I uploaded it yesterday and it got 20,000 views. Yeah. So it's like people must have been happened. Scrolling past it.
It's fun. It's fun to just make stuff together, isn't it? We love doing that.
Yeah. And to the guy who commented embarrassing on it, fuck you.
Literally. We saw that, didn't we?
Yeah.
It hurt my feelings. I don't have anything scary to say, but it hurt my feelings. No, I'm joking. Fair. I don't really care. I enjoy doing this loads.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy it loads. We also got a really nice comment from someone random as well.
Someone put it on their story as well.
We're talking about
we've
had 3 comments
up. I know.
On our whole
literally 3.
Instagram page.
We've just spoken about each one.
Yeah.
It's nice to talk.
It's really nice to talk, yeah. I'm glad you've got through it. And you look stunning. And your hair's greasy and it looks good.
Does it? Yeah, it's so
it
greasy.
Looks really good.
It. Oh, thank you. He's saying I look stunning now. Should have said it yesterday when I showed you my passport photo. I'm joking. I'm excited to interview you next week. You got any other questions?
Yeah, this has really felt like an interview, which I don't love, but I think it serves a purpose.
Yeah, it's nice to get to know us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just spoke about my work. Really, I haven't really said anything else, but.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm Lewis's girlfriend. We live together.
Yeah.
What else?
Dog mum to Frida.
Dog mum to Freed. Can you see her in the camera? No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you do the roundup. You do the end off. Bye.
Oh, is it just of me? Is that what's happening now?
Just you, and I'll handheld it, and then I can.
Okay.
Go on. We're not cutting any of this.
Thanks for listening. Do you think we should be doing them every week?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just changing your mind.
No, I'm just thinking, like, is it a lot for people to catch up on? If you miss one, then you've got a whole... Don't get too close because my skin's quite bad at the moment. Thanks for listening. This is our studio. You want to show them my rug on the wall? It's quite nice.
Anything else?
Frida's asleep. You got anything to say, Poppy?
Okay, hold it there.
Okay.
And look gorgeous and say goodbye.
Goodbye.